Welcome, everybody, to our latest podcast. Christian.
Welcome to the PTLS Life Unfiltered podcast.
Thanks.
Where we talk about PTLS, we answer that question that everyone ponders. What is life like with PTLS and how it affects us?
My name is Christian, and I have PTLS.
And my name is Madison, and guess what? I have PTLS.
And we have our guest today, Matt Olson, who is the father of a beautiful girl with PTLS.
Nice to meet you, everybody.
Welcome.
Okay, well, without further ado, let's roll.
Okay. So we have questions for Matt, and Christian and Madison are going to ask.
Yes. All right. Madison first.
Yep. Okay. So, tell us about yourself.
Oh my goodness. Okay. What do you want to know? There's so much to tell.
A brief introduction to yourself.
Sure. Yeah. My name is Matt Madison, and I am a graphic designer, web designer, and marketer. I own my own small agency where I help small businesses do all that kind of stuff. But I also have my wife Teresa and our two daughters, Stella and Olivia, and we live in Santa Clara, California, which is the heart of Silicon Valley.
Oh, that's very cool. Tell us about your child.
Stella.
Stella. Yeah, Stella, she is 15. She was born in August of 2010. Oh my goodness. It goes by quick. And so she's a high school sophomore this year. And she has a lot of fun in school. She's one of her favorite classes, I think, this year is culinary, where she's learning how to make all kinds of different foods. It's her second year doing the culinary school. So it's neat to learn all about how to make food. She's not super adventurous in eating the food, but she participates in making it.
She learning how to cut? Are they letting them use knives?
Learning the knife skills. One of her favorite things is to come home and do. Daddy, we learned the how to not cut your fingers off, right?
Yeah, excellent. That's excellent. Yeah, I'm glad they're allowing that in the school.
Yeah, and they made chicken stock last week, and they've done French fries and a few other things. He really likes playing her games online. So like Roblox, and there's one called Wildcraft where you can kind of make yourself into you kind of create an animal, like kind of a fantasy type animal, and she likes to play those types of games. And her new thing is she wants to create a YouTube channel. So like all the people that are playing the game will go live with their games, and she'll get on there and she'll actually have her she'll follow the characters that are going live, and she'll get on their lives. So,
and she's capable of doing all of that. I mean, it's incredible, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And so now this week, I find it's taken me a little bit to kind of set it up, as you guys should probably know. There's all kinds of little permissions and stuff that you have to wait 24 hours for the YouTube channel, and then if you did it wrong, you had to wait another 24 hours. So I think we might finally be ready to record her first video game live, maybe today or tomorrow.
How fun! That's great.
Thank you.
Super great.
I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
I remember taking a home ec class in high school where we had to cook a meal within 30 minutes, and then we had to decide what we were gonna cook, and then within reason, and then cook, and then we got to sit at the table and eat it.
Yeah, that can be a challenge. I mean, even with simple ingredients, making something in half an hour can be a challenge.
And then it's got to be something that you'll actually eat.
Yeah.
That's the second problem. And this is good to make, but we don't want to eat it.
Um, luckily, I had an 8 at the time, so I had an 8 in that class. So they helped me a lot with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, Stella's got AIDS too. So she's in the special ed program, the life skills track at her high school.
Mhm.
So got a couple mainstream classes. So culinary is one of them. PE is another. She's had a health class was last year. She had it in the mainstream, and then um, in her core class, there's like 6 or 7 of them, and then she's got a couple of aides and a main teacher, and
Right.
they're learning how to deal with life on outside of school. So they go on trips to grocery stores and restaurants and
Mhm.
like that, and kind of learn how to deal with the real world.
That she needs to do in real life. Exactly.
Yeah,
Those life skills are amazing.
yeah, no, they're really good.
So helpful.
Really neat.
Yeah, it's really great that, and she's feeling comfortable with the cooking and baking, like with a stove or an oven and that kind of thing. And
At
that,
school, it sounds like, yeah, at home, she'd rather just me do it. So it's kind of hard getting her to help me out.
Yeah.
That's your job, Daddy.
yeah, yeah.
Not on my description. So slowly, she's picky too. Both kids, and so is Teresa. They're very picky about what they'll eat and what they won't eat. So I'm pretty limited to what we do.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Madison.
So, what were signs that something was different?
The first signs that something was different.
Yeah. We started noticing pretty early on, actually. So, a little after she turned 1, about 1.5. I was talking with Teresa just yesterday, kind of when we started seeing stuff. We had some friends that, like a bunch of friends that all had babies right around the same time of Stella, and they were all, developing really quick. They'd come home and they'd call, oh my God, my baby's doing this, my baby's doing this and talking that, and walking here, and we're like, interesting. All right, well, Stella's not quite there yet, but she'll get there. And then but after about 1.5 years, her brother, and I should preface that Teresa and her brother are both work in like the medical field. So Teresa works with kids in the hospital at Stanford, and her brother is a paramedic. So they see people a lot. So her brother mentions like, like at 1.5, you should have like 10 words and something in your vocabulary, and Stella was at like 2, right? And she was kind of small, kind of thin, and I think she could walk by that point, but she wasn't as coordinated as some of like the other kids that were exactly her age. So we're just like, I wonder. We just kind of wondered if there might be something. So we just went and had her tested for everything, right? For in particular autism, right? And we went through the test for autism, and the doctor wasn't convinced that she was autistic. So it was the doctor that pushed for the genetic testing, and with that's how we found out.
Okay, so how old was your child when they were diagnosed?
1.5, almost, almost 2. So right before she turned 2, I would say.
Did she get an autism diagnosis?
No, PTLS. And so that said, in order to get certain services, they didn't know what PTLS was. They were, if they weren't going to give us any services through the state of the county, and so the doctor coached us to say that she was autistic to get services that we needed.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's interesting because we're seeing that even as with some of quite a few now of the adults, the PTLS just doesn't get any services because it's a microduplication. So, and it's really tough after 18 for them to get anything then because it doesn't qualify, but the autism does.
Yeah, the autism does. It's changed a little bit, I think, in our county, so that now I think she's not on our paper on our IEP. I don't think it says autistic anymore, but it says like special designation or something like that.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So they've changed the laws.
Yep. Unspecified diagnosis kind of thing. Yeah. That opens up everything. That's what Christian had. It opens up everything that without saying that they have or they don't have autism. It just is one of those categories that says, well, we really don't know what they've got, but that's enough to be able to qualify.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Good. Madison?
What made you go to get the genetic test?
It was the doctor who suggested it, actually. So we were having her tested for just all kinds of stuff because she was just seemed like she was a little delayed compared to some of the kids that were her same age. And so after the doctor was sort of ruled out autism, she suggested that we have the genetic testing done. So that's why and when we did that. So without the doctor pushing for that, we probably wouldn't have, right? We would have just said, well, I guess she's autistic, but you're not saying she is, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. It was interesting, and we'd never heard of it. Nobody had ever, especially 15 years ago, nobody had ever heard of PTLS, only a select few.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
A lot of people just rely on the autism because that's what they know. People don't know about PTLS until they're like, oh, unless it's a really skilled doctor, like, your son or daughter has, and it's like they're trying to pronounce it, Potocki-Lupski Syndrome.
Yeah.
It's autistic-like.
It's autistic-like is the easiest way for me to tell people who, ask me about it and stuff. Because
I say it's like autism, only friendlier.
Like it's the happy gene, right?
It really is. It absolutely is. Okay, Christian.
Okay. So tell us about the day of diagnosis.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit blurry, but I remember, knowing, just kind of feeling like I sort of knew it wasn't like a shot. I didn't know that she had PTLS because we didn't know what that was, but we knew something was wrong. So for me, like I had been like mentally preparing for it for a couple of months, I think, so I wasn't blown away by it. And, I just figured, it's just a path that we've been given as parents, to help our child on. I wasn't necessarily scared, more of, and I didn't feel too alone because I knew there was just a big community. I mean, we've got a good family too that, if we need help, I can, reach out for stuff. So
that's definitely a blessing.
Yeah. And, everybody just seems supportive and, especially again, in our community, there's, lots of awareness of just different types of, diseases and
syndromes, right?
So,
yeah, and I think we're going to see more of just these, because genetic testing is becoming more common. We're going to find more kids with all sorts of names of genetic syndromes, and they're pretty much, the symptoms are almost the same.
Yeah.
Only a different name to them. And so they're going to kind of get used to it,
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to need similar workarounds for dealing with, life in the United States of America and how we have things set up, right? It's just
right, exactly. You take the symptoms and go, all right, what are we going to do about this? And it's really not so much the name anymore. It's what's the symptom that your child needs some help with.
Yeah.
But you've done a great job. Look what you've done. I mean, was she boogie boarding in the ocean?
She was. We had her. God, it's been a couple of years now. Yeah. We had a surf lesson. The special ed class went to Santa Cruz to do a surf and boogie board lesson. We've got her snowboard lessons, although she's not she'd prefer to not be athletic. So I have to really push her. But we got her some snowboard lessons. She did great. If I could just poke her a little bit, I think she'd do really, really well.
Yeah. That was like Christian. He wasn't much either, and I put him on skis, and he just went down the hill humming like it was no big deal, But if you asked him to do it again, no, didn't want to do it. But if you did, he was
that
like,
once.
Okay,
yeah, I did it.
Yeah,
on to the next thing, right, Christian?
Exactly.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember going skiing. Oh gosh, this was like I think when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
In Colorado, and I went on the down the trial bunny hill several times, and then we went up the ski lift, which was kind of scary at first, and I was like, and then we got to the top, and I thought I was fine, and then I started rolling. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, and they're like, just do the pizza. I'm like, okay.
I've heard that. That's the second time I heard that. So is that what you put your skis in a?
It's the wedge to stop.
In a wedge in a pizza slice. I'm guessing.
Yep.
I'm a snowboarder, so I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
You put them in a wedge. Then you're able to twist and turn to go, or you can stop yourself depending on where you put your weight.
And I remember.
I don't know any of that because I didn't ski.
I remember me and the instructor held on to my ski poles, and it helped a lot. And I got down there, like, do you want to go again? I was like, I prefer the trial run. Take me on the
bunny hills.
The belt thing.
The belt thing. Yeah. So it's a real short, bunny hill.
Yeah.
And there's a belt that takes you up it, right?
Yeah.
That's easier. The flying carpet, I think is what it's called.
Magic carpet or
like that. Something like that. Yeah, and I just went down that and just ski as quickly as far as I could, and then stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the snow and flying down the hill. And,
that's so great. Okay, Madison, your question.
I watch ski videos sometimes, and I'm like, that would be fun to do, but I'd be paying attention to the surroundings and not necessarily, the people. Like, skiing is kind of like driving, only.
Yeah, you have to pay attention to your surroundings for sure, and make sure you're not going to hit a tree or push another person off. But once you sort of have that and kind of get your peripheral vision going, you can just go as fast or as slow as you want, and then, you're just out in the middle of nature.
Yeah.
Flying down the hill.
Yep.
Okay, Madison.
Not relatable. I don't have the I guess the will to do anything skiing. So I've never skied in my life.
No big deal.
Right. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah. What are your dreams for your child?
And one is just for her to be happy and healthy and be able to live as normal a life as possible, right?
Right.
That's the main.
I think that's what everyone wants.
Every parent wants for their kid, right?
Yeah.
So, not to struggle too much. Hopefully, everything works out. Get a nice job that helps support her and gives her some meaning in life.
Here comes a rather deep question. How does it feel to be a PTLS parent?
It feels great. Yeah, it's always a new adventure, like every day. Just seeing her learn different things, and sometimes she'll go in spurts of development. So the way she talks or the way she'll say something or react to certain things, she'll just all of a sudden pop out with something. You're like, oh my God, that came out of nowhere, right? I've been trying to get you to say something like that for 10 years.
All right. One last, and then we go to the bonus question. Do you feel that the PTLS Outreach Foundation has unlocked your child's potential?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely helped guide us, right? We reached out really early. I guess we got diagnosed before Stella was 2, and so because we just wanted to be part of some sort of community and be around other people, so we reached out and Julie's been a big help, answering questions, kind of mitigating some fears, and
we really have the best community here.
Yeah.
Our PTLSers, our PTLS family.
On behalf of the PTLS Outreach Foundation, I want to thank you, Matt, for helping us spread the word with the wonderful merchandise that you have available for families to purchase.
Thanks.
Great job helping with the designs and that kind of thing.
Make it. Yeah, I mean, it's what I do is make fun designs.
Yeah. I like the throw. That's one of my favorites. The throw, and then I have.
Oh yeah.
My tumbler.
That one. I've got my tie-dye one. So I made this more for me than anybody else, really, right?
I love it.
Yeah, I love that.
I would have to give me one of those. I like that. That would look great on a throw as well.
I think we did throw. There might be a throw that's available.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We'll have to look. If not, we'll make one.
Yeah. And the beanies. We're gonna have to see as the weather starts changing.
It is beanie season, huh?
Yeah, it's beanie season. Absolutely.
Speaking of which, I've got a bunch of patches on my desk, and I have that one.
Oh, I love it. See? There you go.
One of the beanies, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Put it on a beanie.
Yeah.
There you go.
Put them on.
You can put it on a hat too. Exactly.
You know.
That's perfect. Is that a trucker hat? Is that what they consider a trucker hat?
This is what do they call they call this a tradesman hat. It's a little bit different actually. So it's like flat in the front, then it has this seam right here. So it's just a little bit of a stylistic take on a
style. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little more flat to the front instead of the round.
I like that.
For me, I would curve it a little bit because I have a big head and the flat brim doesn't quite work.
So good. Yeah, I like the curve.
Yeah, like a little bit of curve.
Curve it and shape it. Yeah. Do you have anything else new? Any other products?
I'm sure I have a few. On the print-on-demand stuff, not as much. But always on, if you do stuff in bulk, there's all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, tell people where they can get merchandise from you for the foundation.
Yeah, the website is ptls.mgobrandstore.com.
Okay, great. And if they have any questions, they can message you through that?
Absolutely.
Or if they want to personalize one of their products, they can do that.
If they want to reach out to me, you can just email me if for some reason you can't reach out to the website. It's Matt, M-A-T-T, at mgostudios.com. Great.
Thank you. We'll make sure to put that below in the section below the video then.
Yes. Well, well, Matt, thank you so much for coming on to the show and giving us your time.
Thanks for having me.
So,
Madison?
it's Christian and Madison.
Oh, hold on.
He may be frozen.
Thank you for...
I don't know. It didn't seem frozen.
No?
Madison might be frozen now. No, she's blinking.
There we go. Yep.
Thank you for listening to the PTLS Life Unfiltered podcast.
This is Christian.
And this is Madison.
Stay unfiltered.
And always unlocked for potential.
Thank you. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Christian and Madison. We appreciate it.
Bye.